Okay, I'm gonna start. All right, what's up, internet? What's up, world? This is the Blockchainers, Cian,
Young-hun,
and we're propagating straight from the heart of Korea, trying to tell the world and the internet everything that is going on in the blockchain crypto ecosystem here in Korea, bringing you news, interviews, general goodness, and all that good Korean soul. Today on our the Blockchainer show, we got our very special guest. Yeah, Mr. Charlie Lee, creator of Litecoin, aka Satoshi Light. Welcome, Charlie.
Hey guys, thanks for having me.
No problem. Thank you for coming despite all your busy schedule.
Yeah, sorry about missing last time. The time zone difference. I got it wrong by a day, so.
That's okay. That's okay. All right, yeah. Please say hi to Korea.
Hey, Korea.
All right, then we'll dive right in. We got a couple of questions, but we'll try to hit all the ones that are important. Yeah, so people actually, this is just something that people wanted me to tell you. I know like people have a love-hate relationship with your tweets, but many Koreans have actually told me in person that they really appreciate your honest, no bullshit attitude. Did you expect your tweet about Chinese exchanges to get that much attention? And who's responsible for the price drop? Is it you or Jamie Dimon?
I don't know actually. I think a bit of both. Well, I didn't expect it to really affect the price that much, but then I guess I should have expected it. Yeah, I just never know what affects price and what doesn't. Like sometimes I mention something I feel to be very like groundbreaking, nothing happens to your price. And sometimes I mention something that really was just a silly joke, and then all of a sudden the price drops or it goes up.
Yes, sir. I mean, we definitely like knew from that you were an influencer. So like how did you create Litecoin? What was your inspiration for it?
I was playing around with Bitcoin Codebase and just wanted to create something better than what's out there, like all the other altcoins out there at the time. And I also wanted to create, I saw Bitcoin as digital gold, and I wanted to create a digital silver, like silver to Bitcoin's gold. So I just created Litecoin. You know, just made it faster, having more transaction throughput, and it will be cheaper, fees will be cheaper, and figured that could be a good complement to Bitcoin.
Yeah, and I know like you weren't focused on it. Oh shit. Yeah, I know you weren't focused on it like 100% at the very beginning, but what changed? Like what's different now that you're focused on it better than before?
Well, initially, I joined Coinbase in 2013. I figured that in order I was first a Bitcoiner before I created Litecoin. So I always believed in Bitcoin, and if Bitcoin didn't succeed, Litecoin wouldn't go anywhere, right? It's not that I think Litecoin could overtake Bitcoin, become the #1 cryptocurrency. I always saw both of them working together. So I figured joining Coinbase and helping Coinbase make Bitcoin easy to use would be more beneficial to make both Bitcoin and Litecoin successful. So that's what I did. Joined Coinbase, worked there for about 4 years, was director of engineering, and really helped Coinbase become what it is today. And Coinbase has helped a lot of people get into the crypto space, make it easy to buy, store, and hold Bitcoin, and now Litecoin. So I think it's good. And now that Coinbase has established itself, I figured it was time for me to jump back into like full-time working on Litecoin and try to make that a success.
Yeah. So how do you envision, like with everything that you said, it seems like you envision Bitcoin and Litecoin being like the two top dogs at the end of the day. So how do you envision like the future cryptocurrency landscape to be? Will there be a one coin that rules them all, or how it's gonna look like?
You never know what's gonna happen. Like when I created Litecoin, I didn't expect much of it. It was more like a fun project, and it just became like more and more successful and became a big deal. So I guess my vision is for multiple currencies to coexist and for people to use all of them without really having to understand the complexity behind the scene. So some like SegWit and Lightning would help, where people can send coins and convert on the fly to any other coin and not really need to understand exactly what's going on.
Yeah, but okay, it's very interesting because
Yeah,
on the one hand, you worked at Coinbase, so you worked at a pretty centralized exchange, and then now you got all this atomic swap plus Lightning Network, everything that is possibly on and off chain atomic swaps, which might give birth to like decentralized exchanges as well as a very thriving OTC environment. Like how do you, so how do you think it's gonna, like where do you stand on that?
Yeah, I mean, centralized exchanges for crypto fiat is always going to be important. Like people have to get into the crypto like space, right? They had to convert their fiat to crypto first. So they would need people or companies like Coinbase to make it really easy to get into crypto. But once you're in crypto, everything should be a lot easier, right? With smart contracts, with atomic swaps, you should be able to convert between Bitcoin and Litecoin and any other currencies like instantaneously, low fees, and quickly. So that's what I see would happen, where it will still be hard for people to convert from fiat to crypto, because there's going to be regulation, there's going to be anti-money laundering laws and know your customer stuff. But once you're in crypto, it will be very efficient and cheap to move around.
Is there any decentralized exchange projects that you're keen on, or do you just see just atomic swaps being the answer for it all?
There's a lot of decentralized exchanges projects going on right now. I don't really have any particular one that I'm really excited about, but I did actually invest in some of my personal funds in helping a friend out, and he's working on a decentralized exchange that he's working on. It will be announced soon. That could be interesting. I think in the future there's going to be a lot of decentralized exchanges, and Lightning Network would make it very useful, where if you have Litecoin on Lightning Network and Bitcoin on Lightning Network, and nodes can just advertise what their conversion rate is, and when you're routing, you can select whichever node that gives you the best rate and can handle the quantity you want. So it can all be done in a decentralized way. I'm excited for that to happen, but it's going to take some more work for the infrastructure to be fleshed out.
Okay. So if that's the case, do you envision the Lightning Network to be sort of kind of like foundation for all the decentralized exchanges to be built upon?
It would be one way to do a decentralized exchange. There's going to be a lot of different layer 2 solutions to do this kind of stuff. So I think it's to be seen what would actually be successful and people would use.
People, so everybody is just like so excited about Lightning Exchange, or they're excited and they're envious of seeing you do Lightning Network stuff on mainnet, as well as doing atomic swaps with other chains. When can like regular everyday users be able to use this stuff?
It's funny because the Lightning Network devs are very conservative, and rightfully so. So they make it really hard for people to actually play around with mainnet. Oh. So I had to like hack around their code to make it work for Litecoin mainnet. So and I mean, no risk, no glory, right? So risking real Litecoins just to test it out, and it was fun. But yeah, it's still early stages for Lightning networks. They're gonna be making some like backwards incompatible changes to the network, so it's not safe to keep your coins in the Lightning Network payment channel right now if they change something, and then all of a sudden like your coins might be stuck or something like that. So it's best to play with testnet coins. But they recently released like a desktop UI for it, testnet only, but it's very exciting. It's coming along.
Yeah, and just some of the wallet developments, especially with Lightning, are really exciting too. They seem very, very user friendly.
Yeah, I mean that's the hard part is the UI, right? So you want you want it so that people don't have to understand the technology, right? When you're sending email from one person to another person, you don't really have to understand how SMTP works, how